After a series of damaging leaks about the Galaxy Note 9 in recent weeks, Samsung has bounced back with the surprise announcement of some brand new tech which will be included in their upcoming flagship phablet. AG. List. The head of Samsung's AI department, which is now 1,000 employees strong, told the Korean Herald that the Galaxy Note 9 is set to be the launch device for Samsung's Bixby 2.0 AI software. Bixby is Samsung's equivalent of Amazon's Alexa and Google's Assistant. It's a smart voice assistant that will supposedly improve overall phone response times, natural language processing, and noise resistance. Don't get too excited just yet, though. The first edition of Bixby's Smart Assistant, seen in the Galaxy Note 8, left something to be desired. It's neither as fast or as knowledgeable as either of two competitors mentioned, and the concern is that Samsung is lagging too far behind for the second generation of Bixby to be anywhere near up to their standards. On the plus side, Lee seems confident Bixby 2.0 will vastly improve the user experience, and also revealed plans to roll out Bixby 2.0 smart technology to other Samsung household appliances, including fridges and washing machines. Furthermore, on-the-ball tech leaker Ice Universe, who had previously been one of the Note 9's biggest detractors, stated that the update to phablet's interactive software will definitely be worth the upgrade. For users of the Note 8, prior to this tweet, Ice Universe criticized the minimal, effectively negligible, hardware and design differences between the Note 9 and the Note 8. Apparently, the only difference will be a 2mm shortening of the new model compared to the previous, another rumor floating around online, which comes once again courtesy of the prolific Ice Universe, is that the new Note 9 will not have a fingerprint sensor for touch login, which is sure to disappoint fans of the Galaxy Note 8, and Samsung users in general. This is meant to be an upgrade, not a downgrade, right Samsung? Samsung's AI had mentioned nothing about the fingerprint sensor when announcing the Bixby 2.0 for the Note 9, so this has yet to be confirmed or denied. If the backtracking on the FOD turns out to be true, it will make the Note 9 an incremental update when most fans were expecting something big. Instead, those looking for the inbuilt fingerprint sensor should probably turn their gaze to the recently leaked Samsung Galaxy S10 datas, if it isn't scuppered yet. Read on to discover everything else we know so far about the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Samsung Galaxy Note 9. Everything we know so far. The Samsung Galaxy Note 9 doesn't exist just yet. It will soon. What will it look like? A rectangle. Will it be more powerful than the Galaxy Note 8? Yes. Will we have long before we find out? Tradition would say yes. Past Note devices have come towards the end of the year, but the investor reckons we may be in for a pleasant surprise and is tipping the Samsung phablet for a July-August release date. This is based on the information that Samsung has already started manufacturing displays for the device, 2 months earlier than past generations, which does suggest that the company may be looking to get a jump on upcoming iPhones by releasing earlier than usual. And while it's probably best not to read too much into company's internal codenames, the ill-fated Note 7 was, after all, codenamed Project Grace. It looks like Samsung is feeling pretty good about its upcoming phablet. Renowned leaker Evan Blass has revealed that the internal codename for the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is Crown, and while it's probably best not to read too much into company's internal codenames, the ill-fated Note 7 was, after all, codenamed Project Grace. It looks like Samsung is feeling pretty good about its upcoming phablet. Renowned leaker Evan Blass has revealed that the internal codename for the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is Crown. Keep an eye on that serial number too, because tests of the SUM N960U have been spotted in the wild. First spotted by SamMobile, the test suggests the handset will have an 18.59 aspect ratio and run Android Oreo. It also does rather well in the test, scoring 522 out of a possible 555 points on the Samsung Internet app. Elsewhere, it looks like there's something in the long-rumored under-screen fingerprint scanning rumors. It does indeed look like the Galaxy Note 9 will be the first Samsung handset to include the feature, backed up by this newly published patent from the South Korean company. The patent suggests that the scanner will take up the bottom fifth of the screen, and will vibrate to alert you to unsuccessful authentication attempts. This was ostensibly backed up by Twitter leaker Ice Universe, who tweeted somewhat cryptically that, "We should expect display fingerprint and a 3850 mAh Galaxy Note 9. Sources of information were not disclosed. As ever, the tug-of-war in the will they, won't they, feature an in-screen fingerprint sensor. That is, debate continues. What else do we know? Read on to find out. Samsung Galaxy Note 9, release date rumors. In terms of release date, we are anticipating that the imminent phablet from Samsung will follow in its predecessor's footsteps. The Samsung Galaxy Note 8 launched in August 2017, as did the Note 7 the year prior. Normally this would be enough for us to put all our money on a similar schedule, were it not for this leak from Weibo, which purports to show a release schedule for Snapdragon 845 powered devices, where the Note 9 is listed in September. Either could be correct, but could it be much sooner? The investor seems to believe so, suggesting a release date as early as July or August 2018. Samsung Galaxy Note 9 design. The latest rumor circulating the Galaxy phones is that Samsung is ready to wheel out a brand new magnesium alloy for its handsets, including the Galaxy Note 9. The alloy of magnesium and aluminium is designed to be more durable and lightweight, and imbue those qualities onto the products it's part of. How much lighter? Well, as Android World points out, Samsung has used its Metal 12 alloy in its recent Notebook 9, and the difference in weight between the 13.3 and 15.6 inches models is just 300 grams. That's pretty marginal in the greater scheme of things, when the 13.3 inches version weighs just 995 grams. Samsung Galaxy Note 9 features. It's something of a foregone conclusion that the Galaxy Note 9 will use the Snapdragon 845 processor, but what else? A big screen. The Note 8 and Galaxy S8 both came with infinity display screens, and seeing as Apple is barking up a similar tree with the iPhone X, expect the Galaxy Note 9 to push its bezels as far back as possible. It's also worth noting that Samsung actually manufactures the iPhone X display. Elsewhere, renowned Weibo tipster Ice Universe has struck again with a number of rumors about the upcoming handset. The S Pen, Ice Universe reckons, will be getting a microphone, allowing you to use it for phone calls. As for the long-rumored fingerprint reader beneath the screen, our tipster says that's touch and go as to whether it'll make it in time, but a dedicated Bixby button will be in place, as will a 3850 mAh battery for plenty of stamina. We are also told to expect the phone to come in a new color, teddy brown, and a substantial upgrade to the front-facing selfie camera. A patent from Samsung at the World Intellectual Property Organization indicates how much more screen we might be looking at. The whole of the front of the handset could be taken up by display, while still maintaining a fingerprint scanner and front-facing camera on the front-hand side. That would give it an advantage over Apple's iPhone X, which needed a notch at the top to house the camera, and had to remove the fingerprint scanner entirely to accomplish the all-screen front side. Of course, we don't know if this patent will be in the Galaxy Note 9, or for a later model, but it's an interesting insight into where the device is going. Facial scanning. The iPhone X does it, and Samsung already has a form of the technology in its handsets. It's likely that the company will make more of a song and dance about face scanning with the Galaxy Note 9, more S Pen functionality. Another patent, uncovered by Let's Go Digital, suggests that the S Pen could be revamped to work better alongside the finger. That may sound counterintuitive, given the S Pen was designed to make non-finger input more precise, but there is some sense to it. Your fingers gain extra functions to take the load off the stylus. For example, you might make it so that finger swipes erase, while the S Pen writes. This is just one example, and the patent shows you can assign all sorts of functionality to your digits. One caveat: although this looks like a fairly trivial update, it's something that Samsung has been sat on for some time, with the patent first filed all the way back in 2013. So it may finally debut with the Note 9, or it may be an idea left on the drawing board. In-screen fingerprint scanning. This was rumored for both the Samsung Galaxy S9 and Note 9, but failed to materialize for the former. Now it's in doubt for the latter. Better battery. Samsung played things safe on the battery front with the Note 8, which is understandable given the explosive mess of the Note 7. Perhaps the Note 9 will see some forward steps in terms of fast charging and battery capacity. Samsung Galaxy Note 9 specs a Snapdragon 845 processor makes this sound a lot like a souped-up S9 with an S Pen. Is there more to it than that? A bit, possibly. Samsung's Galaxy Note 9 could wield a formidable 512GB chip, given Samsung's recent announcement that it's mass-producing the universal flash storage chips. This would, of course, put it leagues ahead of the iPhone X and Samsung Galaxy S8, which offer a comparatively measly 256GB each. Whether or not you think that's worth the inflated price is up to you. Samsung Galaxy Note 9, price last year's Note 8 launched at £869, which is incredibly expensive, but don't expect this year's model to come in cheaper. The S9 Plus is launching at £869, and it would be very surprisingly if Samsung's biggest phone undercut the next model down in price. We could be looking at a £900 handset here, we suspect. Samsung Galaxy Note 9, could it have a bendable screen? Samsung is supposedly developing a foldable phone, currently dubbed the Galaxy X. There are rumors that this device could end up being the Note 9, which would certainly be a headline-grabbing way for Samsung to differentiate itself from Apple, as well as buck iterative upgrades with a big hardware shift. Whether or not the Korean tech giant wants to risk the experimental tech on one of its major flagships remains to be seen, but it's an interesting prospect. Gun to our head, we think not. The fact that it's called the Galaxy X makes us think this is more likely to be for the model after the Note 9, with Samsung switching to Roman numerals like Apple with its iPhone X.